Are you using a Mac or using a?
Yeah, I use a Mac.
Okay, good. So you just use QuickTime and then you can. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about this third question first. Okay, this question, right? Actually, your answer is different from the given answer. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Your answer is different from the answer given, right? So, okay, there is this one thing I always like to emphasize is if you see opportunity to factorize, you always factorize, but you don't. Okay, so can you see that there is a common factor? Can you see? Can you see or not? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So can you? Okay. So next time, if you see you have an answer like this, so you need to ask yourself, is this the simplest form? So whenever you get your final answer, right, it has to be in simplest form, right? If it's not simplest form, you are penalized. Okay. So how do you check if this is the simplest form? So you ask yourself whether you can factorize something up. So what if I give you, instead of this, let's say I give you this. So do you just leave it like this, or you continue to like factorize the two out, right? You can factorize the two out for the numerator.
So it'll be x plus 2.
Right? So you can actually delete the 2, numerator and denominator. So the final answer will be x plus 2. But for this, you did not even consider this factorization. Why? Why didn't you consider it? So first thing first, can you see that you have all the negative terms? Okay, so when you have negative terms, it's easier if you put it positive. Okay, so always play with positive numbers. Okay, don't play with negative numbers if you can play with positive numbers. So the first thing you can do here, right, actually you should take out the negative sign for the above. So it's 59. So since you take out the negative sign, right, so you end up with the 236 square root 7 above, then this will be 59, negative 59 below. So when you have negative above, when you have negative below, so you can cancel the negative, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first step. And the next step is then you have to ask yourself, can you take out a common factor? Okay, for the numerator, I'm not sure. So you have to check. So if you have a calculator, you can quickly 236 divided by 59. So see if your 236 can divide by 59. I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. So you take out the 59
So
above, so the 1 plus
4 by 7.
4 square root
7.
Yeah, so you have 59, right? So with this, then you can see that, you can actually, delete the 59. So you end up with 1 plus 4 square root 7, right?
Yeah.
So this is the given answer, right? Yeah, this is the given answer. Okay. By the way, if this is not the given answer, it's alright. But anyway, you are still wrong because you did not simplify. Okay. So in fact, every time you see opportunity to factorize, always, in fact, the first step, right? You get any question is, if you can simplify, you simplify first, because if you simplify, then it's actually easier for you to do the rest. If you start with a complicated question, and if there is an opportunity for you to simplify and you don't, then you're actually doing a harder question, right? So this is okay. So when it comes to this question, right, so another way to do it is, instead of divide, you use the multiply. So let me just get this. Okay. So I think I kind of remember the question. So I think this is the area, and then this is this is the area, and then this is the width, the length of the width, and then you are asked to find the length. if this is the width, right? You are asked to find the length. And you know that the length is given in this format, right? They tell you, okay, so please express the length in this format. So if you are having this, so you know that area for a rectangle is length times breadth, or length times width. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So with this understanding, so what you can do is, so since this is the width, so which is 2 plus 3, okay, and then over you have this a plus b square root 7. Have you attempted this? Have you attempted this?
No.
No. Okay, but you can do this. Do you know that you can do this instead of using the division here? Because I realized if I prefer this. So you know what you're going to do after this? You just open the brackets, and then you will end up with something, and then you just compare this to your. So you have 86 above, right?
Well, compare
11.
To the 86.
Yep. So basically, you just by comparison. So by the way, by comparison is this method is a very beautiful method. So by comparison, you just compare, and then you somehow you get something out of it. Okay. I prefer this more than the division. Okay. So in fact, I think for the past few lessons, I think there was this one method you learn is by comparison.
Yeah, actually
right?
I used it
Yeah.
for the test you gave.
Yep.
I used it quite a few.
Yes. In fact, of course there are other methods, but I think by comparison is the
Easiest.
Yeah, the easiest. And then a lot of students understand by comparison method more than the others. Okay.
Like the completing square.
Exactly. Especially when it comes to the completing square method, right? A lot of schools, they don't teach you the by comparison method, they teach you the completing square method, which is kind of like hard to understand, the completing square method, right?
Actually, in one of the questions at school they gave for certs, I used by comparison, then they're like,
Yep.
oh yeah, I can use
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's actually a very elegant method. Okay.
Yes.
So elegant is like, I mean, you just have to
It's less strenuous.
yes, and you just have to what? You just have to
Look at them and then just say.
yeah, compare the similar terms.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the thing I want you to note. Simplify when you can simplify. Okay. Then always look for opportunity to simplify. All right. So the next one is your this okay. Do you understand this? So basically, you can use the green to divide this, then the red to divide this. Another way to look at this question is, if you don't understand, do you understand this? Do you understand this meaning?
Yeah, did you mean like you divide it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you over here is, okay, if you this is a fraction, right? Actually, you can change the fraction into division format.
Yeah. Yes.
So once you change it to the division format, so you just like first arrow, second arrow, then you will end up with this 1 plus 4 square root 7. Got it? Okay, so that is another way to look at fraction. Okay, so this is P6, I mean primary and below, and then this is I mean you are not using this anymore, which you can use a fraction to represent it. All right. Okay, good. Next. So next will be this. So okay. Do you understand why you are wrong here or not? Because I thought you are supposed to use the 3x cubed minus this. Then how come your this dividend is totally different from the question?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
said that
Yeah.
because I didn't understand what you mean that it's different than the question.
Yeah. Is okay? You just okay. If you have it, isn't it different from the question? No? Your this is 3x cubed minus 4x squared. Yours is not minus 4x squared. Yours is
It's
12. I don't know. Okay, by the way, if you are doing this question, right, I don't understand why the long division is so different from this. Meaning like your dividend is totally different from this.
oh.
You can't see it. You can't see this dividend and this is different. You know what's the meaning of dividend, right? Dividend means it's the one inside here, right? So this is the dividend, and then this is the I mean the question is actually the dividend. And then if your dividend is different from this, then how can you do? I don't know where you get this. I don't know where you get this from. Like okay, can you look at your dividend? It's 3x cubed minus 12x squared. You compare it to this.
Oh. Okay.
That's why I correct your dividend to the question. So once you correct your dividend, then you can actually use the long division to solve it, then to get the remainder.
Oh.
Okay? Okay, but actually the question says hence, okay? So if the question says hence, you cannot use the other method.
Oh, did I send you the question?
Yeah, you send me the question. Okay? So the question says hence. Did you notice the question says hence or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so when the question says hence, right, you cannot use long division. Hence means that you need to make use of part A answer, then continue. Okay? So if you use the other method, even you get the correct answer, yeah, you don't get the marks.
Yeah.
Okay? Got it? So let's look at that. Let me get out of it. Then go to that. So just open this. Alright, so this is the question. You look closely. Can you see? If not, I will zoom in. Okay, good. So this is the question. Hence, they ask for the remainder. So in fact, this is the question, right? 3x cubed minus 4x squared, right? Can you see? The question is exactly the same. And I call this the dividend because they ask you to use this and it's divided by this. So this is the dividend, this is the divisor. Or you can call this is the factor. Right? So if your dividend is so different, your dividend just now you said you wrote minus 12 something, right? Yeah. So your dividend is your dividend is totally different from the question. So how do you expect you get the answer? Yeah. So next time if you like I told you, so next time if you get a wrong answer or the answer is not the same as the given answer, please double check whether you have copied correctly. So this is you copied wrong. Okay, but anyway, over here it says hence, right? Okay, so I think I don't want to go through your okay. By the way, they have simplified their. Basically they show you the bare bone materials here.
Yeah, so
right?
I didn't understand.
It's super bare bone, but anyway, your way of doing is good and correct. Okay, it requires more work. But over here they just show you the bare bone answers. So you have gotten the A, B, C. Okay. So once you have gotten the A, B, C, right, the next step is you just write down the A, B, C here. Can you see? They are written down. So basically so once you have done the part A, so basically you can actually express this dividend or this question into this format. Okay. Yeah, you can see A is 3, right? A is 3, right? So they put the 3 here. B is minus 13, and then C is minus 18. So that's why can you see they have done this by comparison method. Then they get the ABC, and once they get the ABC, then they can express this into this format. And there is a beauty of doing it this way. So when you have this, okay, when you have this, so they say hence means you need to make use of here. You cannot use any other method. So what do you see here that you can proceed? Factorization. Can you see that you have this to the power of 3, this to the power of 2? So among these two terms, you can take out the x plus 1 square term, which is common, right?
Yeah.
Between these two terms, the rest ignore. So so that's why I keep telling you, if you see opportunity to factorize, please factorize. So this is what I mean. Okay, a lot of questions you have to factorize if there is an opportunity for you to do so. Okay, so when you factorize, you end up with 3. So since this is cube, right? So you have taken out square, so you end up with this. Okay, for this term. Very clear? Then for the next one is minus 13 because you have taken out. Okay, so it's minus 13. So by the way, this is just this part is just this part. The rest you still have to write minus 18x plus 22. Okay, so I just factorize the first two terms because I see they have common term. Are you clear? So then you just get this in. Okay, so you get 3x and 3x plus 3, right? And then you simplify this further, then you will get 3x minus 10.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So now you have gotten this, and then you must be wondering, so what? So what?
Now what?
So what? Yeah. Oh, how to proceed? Okay. So we talk about. I always like to give you this simple example.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 9 divided by 2.
So 2 times
So
4.
2 times 4. So you get an 8 here. This is 1, right? How do you express this whole thing into a equation format with remainder? So it's 9 is equal to 2 times 4 plus 1, right?
Yeah.
So can you see that your 2 here is your factor, which is also your divisor, right?
Yeah.
Then the 4 here is your quotient, right? Then the plus 1 here is your remainder. Very good. So can you make use of this and compare? What do I mean by that? So basically now you have simplified your this dividend into this. Okay. So can you see that your this x plus 1 bracket square is the 2, right? Which is the divisor or factor. And then this is your quotient. So the rest is your remainder. So is it easier if you do it this way? I think so. So that's the reason why instead of teaching you the long division method, I also teach you
the remainder.
I mean, you can actually pick the remainder from your this equation format. How? Don't memorize. Give yourself a simple example on the spot. Compare, pick. Okay? So they want you to do it this way. Alright? Okay, good. So nice. Next will be the curve, right?
Oh, yes.
No, it's okay. I mean I can look at it here. So when it comes to a curve, so I need to give you some preliminary understandings of curve. So okay, in fact I think I have downloaded some very good app which you can play with for curve. So they have a few apps, but anyway, I think this is good enough.
Use this in the Zoom lesson, then it's not okay.
No, the thing is, I'm not sure. Anyway, maybe yes. So let me just go and create a linear equation. You know the meaning of linear equation, right? X to the power 1, degree 1.
Okay.
Okay. So x plus 1. So this is your straight line. Y equals to x plus 1. Okay, I'm going to create another one. Can I add another one? Okay, good. So another one. So I have y equals to, probably I want to have a quadratic. Okay, so it's x squared. Okay, so can you see I have these two curves on the same graph? Why I show you this? I want to show you because if you have a straight line and a curve, or you have more than one curve, some of them they will have intersection points. So in this case, 2 intersection points, right? Can you see 2 intersection points?
Yes.
I mean, if you can use this app, you can quickly just point to it, it will tell you the value.
So like when I'm doing like
Okay? I mean, this is for, I mean, with the use of technology, I'm talking about this is technology, you can have a preview of the question. Okay? Okay, so then this is another intersection point. So this is actually the concept of, this is related to the concept of discriminant as well. Okay, so this question is 2 real words. So discriminant is more than 0. Alright, so why I show you this? Because I think you have drawn a curve out, okay, which is an inverted curve, right?
right.
Yeah. So you have an inverted curve, and then now they ask you to they give you something, they ask you to solve. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, now I'm going to insert your curve. So can you tell me the quadratic equation for your curve? What, x squared plus what?
I think it's in my iPad.
Oh, okay, never mind. I just look at this. So it's okay. It's 19 minus 4x minus 3x squared.
Yes.
Can you write it down first so that you can read?
It's here.
Okay, good. So please tell me. So what is the quadratic equation? 19.
19 minus 4x.
4x.
3x squared.
Minus 4x minus x squared, right? Actually, it's minus x squared.
Minus x squared.
Yeah, you cannot have equal x squared. No. I'm talking about the original.
Oh, like this.
Original. This doesn't look like the original. The original is here, right? Yeah, let me just crop this out. I ask you to sketch this with this range, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it should be 19 minus 4x minus 3x squared.
Yes.
Okay, and then you need to this is called the domain. Domain. So you are given a domain, so you cannot draw beyond
the
this.
X value.
Okay, so very good. So let me go back to the map here. Okay, good. So let me just erase. I don't need this, so I just need this. Can you see that this is the curve? So you want to zoom? Let me zoom in or zoom out. Let me just double check. Okay, out. Can you see that? So your curve should look like this. So basically, like if next time you need to sketch, this is not called this is not called sketch. Sketch means freehand, or you don't have to use graph paper. So this is called draw. Draw is accuracy is expected. Okay, that means you need to draw a proper graph. So next time if you do graph questions, you can actually make use of this app so that you know that whether you are correct or wrong. Okay, so it should look something like this. Okay, so you should have a 20 plus maximum point. Okay, and then you should hit like the minus and the positive region, and then it should be an inverted curve, which is a frown face. So I think yours is not right because it's not more than 20. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how you can get a better curve. Okay, so number one thing, you can actually make use of technology to help you. Okay, but you must be asking, what if I'm doing my exam? Okay, so that's another question. But doing normal exercise, please make use of this app so it can tell you what to do. Okay, so you can know whether your graph is accurate enough. Okay, so is this given by them or?
This is the domain I made.
Okay, good. So good. So basically, you just get all this out, and then you plot the points, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, okay, let me just get your curve up. Have it here. So it's good that you digitalize all this so that we can talk about it if you want. If you don't want, we can actually refer to the paper format, right? So.
That's the question.
Okay, so here, right? Okay, good. So I think over here. So let me just double check some of the points. Oh, when it's 0 is 19. When 0 is 19, supposed to be here, right? Then you didn't hit this point. I don't know why. And then when it's 1, and then you see 12. Okay, good. So I don't know why you didn't hit this point. Okay, so if you didn't hit this point, that's why you end up with the maximum point at this 20. But actually it's not 20. So I think you already think that the highest point must be 20. For why?
Yeah.
Actually it's not.
The equation.
It's not. So what I'm trying to say is, because you have not tested anything, you probably you're at minus 0.5, probably you can hit a higher than 20 value. So next time, right, they give you this range. By the way, they give this range meaning is from -4 to 4, and then you only pick all the integers. You didn't pick any. You didn't pick -0.5. Can you test -0.5? I think if you put a -0.5 into the equation, which is what, 19 minus what? 4x
19
minus
4x.
3x squared, right?
Yeah.
Can you put the minus 0.5 into it? I think you will end up with a bigger number. Go ahead. I'm not saying this is the maximum point, but
16.25.
oh, 16.9 minus 0.5.
Yeah.
Can I take a look?
Oh, minus 0.5. I didn't put the negative.
You should put a minus 0.5 behind the minus 4.
Let's change it into a negative.
Yeah, this.
20.25.
Okay, 20.25, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 20.25. So I'm not saying this is the biggest value for y, but at least you have a point that is beyond 20, right? So that shows that this is wrong. By the way, your curve is wrong in a sense.
Okay.
Because your curve max out at 20.
Yes.
Okay? It's not. So basically, this is the curve max out at 20 and designed by you.
Yes.
Not the question was. Okay? So what you should do is I'm not asking you to test so if I'm testing minus 0.5 and I get 20.25, so do I need to test 0.51 or minus 0.4? No, that's not what I want you to do. I want you to actually, you are doing A math, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing A math, right? You can quickly get this maximum value. How do you get the maximum value? Completing square this, then you will get the maximum value. This is a quadratic equation, right? You completely square this? Do you know how to completely square this?
But then with what would you compare it with?
No, once I have completed square this, right, then you get your maximum point. No, you don't have to look at this. There's nothing to do with this. I'm just asking you, if you are given a quadratic equation, if I ask you to sketch the maximum point, this is a maximum point because it's an inverted curve. It can be a minimum point.
Mm-hmm.
I have given you a similar question, like I asked to sketch.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So you can actually completely square this to figure out what is that maximum point for this question.
Like if you complete the square, then
Yep.
you have.
Then from there, so the complete square, you have this in this format, right?
So like a plus b whole square plus c or
something, right? Something like this, right?
Yes.
Then your minus a and plus b is the turning point. It can be maximum or minimum.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
We talk about it, but anyway, if you didn't know, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So later on, I have a question on this, so we can talk about it. So okay, but the whole point is, let's not talk about this first, okay? So once you get all the points out, right, you don't force your curve, okay? You just let the curve tell you where it will hit. So I think you are using a flexible ruler, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
this
good.
is my first time trying to.
Yeah, no problem. So what you should do is make sure that you hit all the points. And by the way, please mark your points more obviously. Over here, I think I'm not sure, but anyway, it's not prominent enough. Okay, can you like use a pencil, mark it more prominently so that you can see it, I can see it, so that you don't confuse yourself with other points.
Okay.
Okay, so mark it.
Bigger.
Yeah, much bigger. For you to not miss out. Once you miss out one point, you are wrong. Okay, so let's say you are playing with these 2 points. So when you are playing with all these points, right? So freehand will be something like this. Always go this part first, and then go this part. My goodness, I think my freehand is as good as your flexible ruler. By the way, I don't recommend the flexible ruler. That is.
Yeah, I know, it's harder and takes more time.
Yeah. In fact, you should use the French curve. You know what's a French curve?
Yes, I've seen it. It's like a wooden
No, it's not wooden. Or it can be wooden, but it's not wooden. But French curve is a very a few sets of rulers. Yeah, these few sets of rulers. So I think I recommend you to get this French curve because they have a lot of curvature. So they have this curvature for you to make use of inside, outside. So I prefer this.
Oh, so
Okay, French curve.
how do you use it? Like they have a 6 point of curve.
I think I have one set. No, basically, okay. I recommend you to buy one set. I think it's about $3 or something. Okay, I need to look for it. I don't have it now. But if you can grab one set, then you can bring it, and then I will just show you how you can actually draw a much better curve with the French curve than the flexible. Flexible ruler is quite rubbish. It's good for whipping. I mean, if you are naughty and then your teacher somehow want to or your parents want to whip you, and it's good for whipping, but not good for this. Alright? Okay, but anyway, my point is, please you can use freehand, so then you realize that this is the point that the highest point. Okay, good. So this is the first step. Okay, when you so-called when you draw the curve, you always need to label all the intersection points.
Didn't I do that?
I'm not sure. I just want to just want to remind you. So intersection point means this point, label.
Yeah, it's the.
Very good. So these are called the roots, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So label intersection point. So I see an intersection point here. Label as well. Okay. So label intersection means both x y axis. Okay. Intersection point, then label the curve. Meaning you need to tell people, oh, this is my curve. Y equals to 19, right? 19 minus 4x minus 3x squared, right? Yeah. So label intersection point, label the curve, and then of course you need to label the max point. Okay. So these are the so-called the key points which you need. Okay. Then of course then we can actually answer the questions. So the first question, I think you have no problem. It says what? Use your graph to solve. Solve means
just draw it up.
Just draw it, and then solve means find the roots. So these 2 points. When you are solving the quadratic equation, basically they are asking you to find the roots, the roots, or the x intersection point.
That's what I did here. I wrote the
you're right.
X values, x equals 2 or x equals -3.
You're correct.
Okay.
You're correct. But I just want to emphasize once again, what do they mean by solve? Solve means they're asking you to find the roots. Roots means x intersection points with the x intersection point. Okay. Next, then find the graph. Find the maximum value of. Then you are wrong because you are not following the natural curvature of the curve. You force it. You max out at 20, so that's why your maximum point is wrong. Okay. So if you follow you don't have to look at that. You follow this, then you will somehow see that actually it max out at somewhere here. Then you just read from here. Alright? Okay. Next part. So next part is by drawing a suitable straight line. So this is the part that I explained using this just now. You already have this curve up. That means they want you to make use of this curve. Okay? To solve the part C, right? It is part C. So what I'm trying to say is, so this is fixed already. You need to solve part C here based on this drawn graph.
Yeah.
So you somehow need to. Okay, can you see what's the difference between? So let me just get this out. Oops, I should get it to this. Alright, so PDF. So, you have drawn, what's that, 19? Is it 19? Minus something?
It was 19 minus 4x minus 3x squared.
Good. So this is the question, or this is the this is the graph you have drawn. So you need to somehow make sure that you have something on the left that looks like this, and then on the right can be anything. So this is the left hand side.
And the right,
so this is the right hand side.
That it's y equals that.
Yes.
Answer.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is you somehow need to get your left hand side, which is this, into this. How? You take the negative side out.
I mean, that was simple.
That was just rearrange, right?
Yeah, that was just y equals 8. Because
yep. Okay, so I want you, okay. I want you to, how should I put it? Instead of teaching you, oh, you should do it like this, I want to explain why. Okay, you probably know how, but why? Okay, so you just rearrange this left hand side into the. So can you see? You just rearrange. What I have done is I just rearrange this into this format.
yes.
Meaning I just bring the 19. I bring the 19 to the front. Then this is still here, and then this I just bring it back, and then you will see that, oh, actually this whole thing left hand side is exactly like my y. Okay, so equals to 8, right? So this is the concept of simultaneous equations. Okay, so now this is your equation 1, this is your equation 2. Okay, so let me just give you a simple simultaneous equations.
Okay, I understand. Because you say.
You really understand?
Yeah. Because the y, so you substitute y equals that into the 1, but the 1 is same, so that means the y equals to 8.
Okay, good. Probably you understood, but from your explanation, I didn't sense that you understood what I want to say. Okay, but anyway, it's okay. Probably you understood, but I didn't get that from your speech. Yeah. So if this is your equation 1, this is your equation 2, how you solve these simultaneous equations normally?
You substitute the y.
You substitute the y, right?
Yeah.
So basically you just do 3x equals to
2x plus 1.
So this is your next step, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then you continue to solve, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Can't you see this and this is the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why what I'm trying to say is you always, that means your question is your equation 1. Okay, going forward, part 1, part 2, part 3, regardless what you are given, you somehow need to get your left hand side into this side. Your right hand side can be anything. So solving simultaneous equation, you are using substitution method here. This is the sub method, right? So the next one is elimination, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want to talk about elimination. What about the next one? To solve
Square.
simultaneous equations.
Oh.
Graphical.
Oh yes.
Which is, I shown you just now. I shown you just now. I shown you what did I show you just now? I showed you a straight line and a curve,
Yes.
and they intersect each other. So the intersection points are the solution or the roots. So I'm actually making use of that concept here. So I have drawn this. So the next one I need to draw is y equals to 8.
Y equals to 8 will be a horizontal line.
So you look at this. So the intersection points will be the roots or the solutions to your power. Are you clear? So they say by drawing suitable straight lines. I'm sorry. Hold on. So you should draw y equals to 8.
Okay.
Which is here. And then you just read from here.
The intersection point.
Okay? Okay, okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Good. So Same thing. You just draw the y equals to 8, which is here. So you just draw it here. Then read these two roots. Okay? That's for part 1. So for part 2, same thing. Part 2 is quite different. Part 2 is this. But somehow you need to force this into your left hand side. So how? Somehow you just get your 19 minus 4x minus 3x squared first. So do some manipulation.
A multiply a negative.
No. Do some manipulation. Like, okay, probably it's too much for you. Anyway, never mind. So you start with 3x squared plus 4x plus 21, right? Equals to 0. What I see is, I need to somehow force it to this.
Yes.
So what I need to do? Probably I give it a negative.
Yes.
Probably I give it a negative. So like if I give it a negative, right, that means I need to give it a negative on the right. Because if you apply a negative on the left, you need to apply a negative on the right, so that the equation is still equal, balanced. So once you negative the left hand side, you end up with this.
Negative 3x minus 4x minus 21 equals 0.
Okay, good. The next step is rearrange. Minus 21 minus 4x minus 3x squared equals to 0. Rearrange, meaning rearrange the left hand side into a format that is similar to my this curve.
Yes.
Okay, then can you see that? Oh, it's quite similar, but except the minus 21.
So you add.
So you force your this minus 21, you force it into 19. How do you get minus 21? Minus
21.
40.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so you replace your minus 21 into this. Then it's okay. Why? Because now you see that you just need to bring your minus 40 to the other side, which becomes plus 40.
Yes.
And then once you have this, done. So can you see that you have done some manipulation, so you have ended up this, which is your left hand side, and then so the line you need to draw is y equals to 40.
Yes.
So you just draw your y equals to 40. Okay, so you have to extend this. Okay, so I think there is no roots, right? They don't cut each other. They don't cut each other, right? So that's the answer.
No root.
They don't cut. So this is 20, right?
Yes.
So you go beyond 20, which is you draw the 40. So
I just keep.
just draw the 40 above. Yeah,
Okay.
draw 40, and then you see there is no intersection. So no intersection means no roots. Can you see no roots?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you are not convinced, just do this. So I key in this into the. Can you see no root?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
If I use technology. Alright, good. So the last one is the same. I mean the last part 3. You do the same thing.
Part 3.
You have to get it into so do manipulation. Manipulation means like change and then somehow transform it such that it fixes. Okay, good. So let's see how this is different from our.
I did some manipulation.
Okay, how this is different from this. Okay, later you compare your answer and see if your answer and my answer is correct. I mean it's the same. Or
Okay.
you can actually hold on, please put it aside. Escalator, the roll on your feet. So later you can. Okay. By the way, when I'm telling you what to do, I'm showing you the step as well. So check your steps against my step. Okay? So see if that you think like me or not. I'm not saying I'm God and you have to follow me, but if you can think like me, then I think you're on the right path. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. So how are these two different? I can see that I have to be 19. So it means I need to have a 15 here.
Yes.
So I change my 19 to 15 plus 4. So I'm short of a minus 2x. in
So
order
you
to
need
get
to
minus
add
4x.
negative
So
2x.
negative 2x. Okay, done?
Yes.
Done. So that means in order to solve this, so what you need to do is bring this whole thing to the right hand side. So you will end up with 2x minus 15. So the line you join is y equals to 2x minus 15. So let me just quickly use technology. So did you think this way?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. So you can use technology. Then you just click on it. Then you get the two roots. So that's how you solve part 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
How do you know the value of x?
Yeah. Read from this.
No, like here I say y equals 2x minus 15.
Yeah.
How do you draw that in the graph?
How to draw y equals to 2x minus 15? You are asking.
Yes.
Did I not teach you how to graph things? Anything?
They're how do you know the value of x?
I don't need. Just give myself 0, which is the. Okay, by the way, which 3 values you should test?
Negative 1 and 1.
Negative 1, 0, and 1. Why? Because you test the negative portion, you test the 0, you test the positive portion. So that covers more or less everything. Yes. So once you get your x minus 1, put it in. What do you get for your y? Negative 17, right?
Yeah. 17.
0, negative 15, minus 13. So get these 3 points, sketch it out. Are you clear?
Okay.
Are you clear? So get this,
So
sketch it out.
Then you find the y equals negative 1 and negative 17.
Yep.
Okay.
Plot that point. So negative 1, negative 17, plot it. Then 0, negative 15, plot it. Go up.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay? Okay? Good. So this is the graph question I want to teach you. Okay? So when it comes to our work, right? So I have a continuous square the test.
Oh, the test.
Yeah.
So the test.
I want to look at the completing square question first.
I don't know if I did it. I did some. It's a common test.
I want to look at the completing square one.
What's that?
Is this completing square?
Oh, is it the graph question that I have to draw?
Yes.
Oh, I
That
never
one is
did
called
that.
sketch. That one is called sketch, not graph. Do you know what's the difference between these two? Graph and sketch.
Sketch means you can just do it in freehand.
Yes. Oh no. Sketch means you do it on this full sketch. Graph means draw means you need to use graph paper. Okay.
Okay.
So if I go to
So
there, yeah, you got it here. I also can refer it here. So you can look at it there. So it's this. Okay. So if I look at this one, right? Over here.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing you can do?
2y
Yeah.
equals. Let me just read it.
Yeah.
2y equals 2x squared plus 6. Okay, so you can take out the 2 first.
Exactly. So I purposely put a 2 here so that the first step actually is I call it factorization, simplification. Alright. So you just take out the 2 for the right hand side. Then you are left with x squared minus 3x plus 3. So let me double check. Good. So you have 2 on the left and right? So cancel. So basically this whole thing, right, you simplify into y equals to x squared minus 3x plus 3. Are you clear?
Okay.
Okay, good. But now you need to complete the square to get into this format, right? So like I say, you can use comparison or you can use completing square method. Let me show you the completing square method. Because I find that the comparison method, you should be able to do it yourself. So let me show you the completing square method. Because I show you the completing square via Zoom, I'm not sure if you really get it. But now since I'm face to face with you, so please see if your thinking matches my thinking. If it matches, that means you're on the right path. So
Complete squares to
So I need to complete square this.
Yeah.
So how do I complete square? Okay, good. I know that this is divided by 2, so it's 0.5, 1.5. So I need to square this, right?
Yes.
So
Okay.
the thing is, can you help me out? So minus 2.25. Okay, good. So it's 0.75.
Yes. Oh yeah, this one I know how to do. Yes.
Yep, done. So this is the complete square.
Yeah.
So in fact, I have already expressed this into this format.
So A equals to 1.
So
B
in
equals
fact,
to-
they are not asking you to write down the A value, B and C value. They just need you to express in this format. So as long as you have
This.
expressed it in this format, done.
Okay.
Okay. So this is completing square method. Of course, you can use the comparison. I will leave it to you. So now the sketching part. Okay, just now I said you can use completing square to find out the turning point. Number one, what is the curve of? I mean, how the curve looks like for this.
It's happy face.
It's a happy face. Number one reason is look at the x square,
Coefficient of X square.
right? The coefficient. So let me be more long-winded. At the start, I have to be more long-winded. So the coefficient of x square is positive. Therefore, the shape of the curve is okay. So since the shape is this, so the minimum point. So minimum point, right? This is called minimum point, right?
Yes.
Okay. It does not have a maximum point because the maximum point goes infinity,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I say. So the minimum point is, what's the minimum value out of this?
0. So X is 0.75.
Correct, for the y value.
Yes.
So for the y value, the minimum value is 0.75. Then what's the x value?
0.
You just put it in.
Oh, I didn't find it.
Yeah. So should be 1.5.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
because-
So once you get this, then you know the minimum point. That's why I say when you do your this PDF, the curve. What did I say just now? I say if you don't know the maximum point, you should go and complete square this. Because once you complete square this, you will get your maximum point.
Yes.
If you express your this thing into this format. Yes, into this format. Then you can read from it.
Okay.
Now you start to link the concepts together.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Because at the beginning I talked about you can actually completely square this and to find the maximum point, and then you look a bit confused.
I think actually I remember you taught me this.
Yeah.
But now as you show me the option, then I remember because you can choose X as 0. Then when you open it, it's actually 0, so it's 0.75.
Wait, x is not 0.
No, like you choose the minimum.
How do you choose? Okay, in fact, why do we get 0.75 as the minimum point in this case? Because the lowest value for this is 0. Right? So you cannot get lower than 0 for this part. If you cannot get lower than 0 for this part, so the lowest value for the y should be 0.75.
So then when you're finding the maximum point, will also be.
Okay, so if it's maximum point, right? Maximum point, then the question, first thing first, this one will be negative already. Yeah. Because you have no maximum point for this case, right? Okay, so for this is a maximum point. For the maximum point, you just okay. So I hope you go back and do complete square for this. Then you get it into this format. Then you can actually tell.
Oh. Wait. So basically, if you find minimum point, you must find the lowest value of that whole square. So then for maximum point, also you have to find the minimum or the.
Yeah. Correct. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
You get it. Okay. By the way, to do complete square for this is not easy. You know why? They purposely make it not easy for you because you have to take out the -3, right?
Okay.
and then it's going to get very complicated. Of course it's complicated because they don't want you to use completing square and then get the maximum point. Okay?
Okay.
They want you, there is a way if you want, but anyway, I'm just saying this question is not meant for you to use completing square, but you can challenge yourself. Okay, so done. So how do you sketch once you get this? I'm talking about sketch here. Okay, this is a sketching. Okay, so once you get this format, so let me just get this into my because I need them. Okay, let me just get this into the next slide. This question is a sketch question, not a draw question. So if they ask you sketch, you don't draw. You don't ask for a graph paper. When you draw, you use the table to draw. When you draw, you use the When you draw, you use the table to draw. When you sketch, you don't use the table. That's the difference. Then I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how you sketch. So this one is sketch. This one is draw. When you draw, you use the table.
Okay.
When you sketch, you don't use the table. Okay.
Yeah, it's just here draw.
Yeah, draw is this.
Okay.
Normally E-maths they ask you to draw.
Yeah, it's all draw.
Okay, good. Ready? So I'll teach you how to sketch.
Okay.
Can you see? Is it big? Okay, let me just probably just zoom in. Okay, good. So I already have the minimum point. So basically, I somehow okay. When you sketch doesn't mean you can anyhow sketch. It must be accurate enough. It means accurate enough means the shape must be there. Show the important points. That's it. Okay. So this is your x, and then this is your y-axis, and then I think what's the question? I just want to refer to the question. I don't have enough real estate here. Okay, good. So I want to see
the equation -1
to 4. Okay, good. So you have your -1, and then you have your 4, which is called the domain. You cannot go out of this. If you go out of this, you're wrong. So you just sketch.
-1 and 4. You don't have to write any of the numbers in between. Just write those two numbers.
Yeah, or you can if you wish,
but you don't have to.
Don't have to. Okay, so this is not very accurate because can you see this unit and this unit, and then the spacing is so out of proportion. So when I say when you sketch, you don't need to be accurate doesn't mean you are so inaccurate. Okay, you need to be accurate enough. All right. Okay, approximate. Okay, good. So once you have this, then you can actually sketch it already. But now you only have 1 point. How do you sketch? You cannot sketch with 1 point. Okay, you need to give yourself more points to sketch. So how? So normally what I will do is I know that 1.5 and 0.75 is the minimum point, right? So that means 1.5 is here. So let me just do my 1 first. So 0.75, so somewhere. So this is my minimum point, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that it's going up, right? Going up, right? So that means there is no x intersection points because it will go up. So the next point I need is this point only in order to sketch this out. So can you what is so special about this point? The y is 0, or the x is 0. I'm sorry. The y is something, but the x is 0.
How do you know like the other end of the graph is like intersecting the y axis?
It has to have this shape, right?
Yeah. No,
so so first thing you get this shape out, right? So basically once you get this shape out, right, let me just do something. You will see by yourself very soon. So the number one thing is you must get the shape. So this is the shape, huh? So this is the shape, right?
Yes.
So once this shape, then you fit the minimum point is here. So no matter how you do, it has to go like this.
Okay.
Right? So that's why I determine that it will hit the y axis at this point. So what is so special about this point? So let me just use my this thing. So what is so special about this intersection point? So at this intersection point, x is equal to 0, y is equal to something. So x equal to 0, y equal to something. Okay, I put x into 0 into this. So my y will be 0. Oh, this is 3. So I mean this is wrong. Can you see? This is between 1 and 2, so I need to adjust.
Yes.
I need to adjust. So basically they are telling me, oh, this point is 0 and 3. It's not 0 and 3 here, right? So I need to adjust. I either adjust my curve or I adjust my scale. One, two, three. So the point is here. Good. I have two points. These are the most important points I need to sketch.
Yeah.
So label. So this is your 0 and 3. This is your 1.5 and 0.75. Yeah. And then this is your curve y equals to x squared minus 3x plus 3. And then not yet. It's not going indefinitely because it's bounded. So you need to also find out what's this point. What's this point? It's bounded. Okay, so you need to find out what's this point, meaning at -1, what's your y? Put it in. So -1 is 1. So this is plus 3, so this is 7. So -1 is 7. So it should go to 7. So I have more points already. So instead of sketching it, don't sketch first. So I should be getting -1 and 7 somewhere here. Okay, then put the 4 in. Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay. So put the 4 in because it's bounded by 4 and -1, huh? Right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So then put the 4 in, 16 minus 12. Oh, 7 again.
Oh.
Okay? So let the points guide your curve, not force your way.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, good. So once you have this point, then just link it up. Okay, rock. Done. Are you clear? So I have shown my important points. Okay, this one need to show.
So you need to like draw the lines.
Done. So this is the sketch. Is this the last part?
Yes, it is.
I think they asked you for the range also.
Oh wait, yeah, define the number of roots of the equation.
So any roots? No roots. Because
It's not intersecting with the x-axis.
there is no x intersection point.
So
That kind of thing.
if
Or you can say the curve lies entirely above.
above x-axis.
Yeah.
So then if it intersects the axis, then the two roots or
Yeah.
just the one root
Or one,
is
yeah.
intersect.
Yes.
Then after that we'll say because it's intersecting the
Yeah.
x-axis. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
So I want you to know sketch and draw.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So I think we can stop here. Have a brief 5-minute break. Then we can talk about